Hey everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives. On the table in front of us, we are going to be taking a look at a new knife, a prototype by Orion Knives, and it is named the Solaris or the Solaris. For those of you that don't know, this is by David, otherwise known as Blade Banter for on the interwebs or YouTubes out there. And this is something he has been working on since June of last year. So it's been about a year that this has been in the works, and he's finally got the prototype out. And he has actually given us a chance to take a look at this knife. And I have to say, first impressions are just, wow, absolutely loving this knife. Sorry about that. I've got a little bit of fingerprints on there. First off, let's just start with, he's got a great, if we can see that I'm getting a picture of my camera there, but his logo there, and that is the Orion Knives. That is the Orion's belt, the 3 stars, for those of you that don't know. And I just thought that's really cool. Super simple, but absolutely love it. Now, this is more of a mirror polish. So far, the only thing I'm really not crazy about is the polish on this. I would love to see this blade come in a stonewash blade for the simple reason that fingerprints, and you can see even when I'm touching the blade, the fingerprints are just insane on it. And I'm not one to want to see a bunch of fingerprints all over my knife. But that's really right now. And the first day this came, I played with this knife forever. But that's really the only complaint that I have had. So that kind of says a lot about how I feel about this knife. You know, really, really cool. Really happy with it. Let's get into a few specs on it. Now, the blade is going to be a 14C28N. And you've got this gorgeous, gorgeous drop point blade. Make sure I'm staying on camera here. It is a flat grind. You have this great G10 handle, and what I love about this handle is it is not too rough, but it does have just enough texture on there that it's going to really, you know, it's not going to be slippy, for lack of better wording. But I do love that. It gives a real good feel to it. You also have the pivot collar right here right now is actually aluminum. You see that gorgeous red pivot collar, and a G10 back spacer. It is a right hand. Oh no, this one is ambidextrous. I'm a dexterous. Almost screwed that one up. Look at that. So it is a right hand, left hand tip up carry. But here's the best part, and here is what I love about this knife. You have 3 ways of deploying it. Now you wouldn't know that looking at it. Well, I guess you would. This is a flipper. And by the way, this is just the smoothest flipper. It is absolutely awesome. So you do have the flipper on it. You also have the thumb stud deployment. So you can use the thumb studs. And you have the button lock. So if you want to just play with it, you know, you can just sit there and use the button lock to flip it. Okay? Like I said, you've got the thumb studs, which I am thoroughly failing at. Love this. I love the fact that you have basically 3 ways of deploying this knife. Now, your flipper tab doesn't have any jimping on it. But the thing I love about it is because the way that it's laid out on there, if you can see, maybe I take that away. It's so smooth. Now, being that I have nails, a lot of the times when I have a knife that has the jimping right here on the spine of the handle or the back of the handle, my fingernail gets caught on it when I do have fingernails. And I hate that. This just allows for smooth, easy deployment. And I love that about it. Like I said, you have, this actually runs on multi-row bearings, which just gives it that super smooth deployment. Now, the other thing I really love about this is the thumb stud placement. So I wasn't sure. I thought the thumb stud would be a little bit too close to the handle. But really, if you're going to deploy it by rolling it out, your thumb doesn't even touch the handle. you know, until you get up here. That is awesome. I love that. It's going to be a knife that's going to be easy to flip, right? Easy to use just as the button lock to flip it out. You can roll it out with your thumb, or you can flip it out. Fail. This thing is just great. Now, I love how, and if David mentions, if you go to his website, and I'm going to put a link down in the description to Orionknives.com. This is going to be coming out on Kickstarter, so keep your eyes open for that. Go ahead and go to his website, sign up for his email, and you will be notified when this comes out on Kickstarter. Now, he is looking to keep this in the $80 to $100 range. That is awesome, especially for the quality that you're getting here for this knife. He is looking also to either stick with the aluminum and having different colors. So he was talking about, I believe, red with the black handle, or blue with the black handle, maybe green with the black handle, and then keeping the back spacer as G10. Or he mentioned something about doing the G10 back spacer with a G10 pivot collar. So you're going to have different options. For right now, your scales are going to remain black, and I think further down the line, he is going to get into different scale colors, which, you know, honestly, to me, that's very cool. I love the fullness of this blade. I love the ergonomics of the handle. It just fits so well. The best part, which I love, is this is a full, you know, it's full in your hand, and you have the flipper tab here is going to help and helping your hand not slide forward. So you can be back on the handle. But the best part about this is the finger choil. And what I love about that is, for somebody like me, now I have small fingers. So I really wanted to do this review. Well, I've been wanting to get this knife in hand, but I really wanted to do this review because I know most of the reviewers have larger hands. So I really wanted to show the smaller handed people, or the gals out there, that this can be a great knife for you too. Now, Metal Complex did a review. His finger fully fits in this choil. He's got large hands. I believe that Zach Stuff, I watched his too. He also, his whole finger can fit into this choil. Me, I still have plenty of room in there, but you can choke up on this, and, you know, when you're doing some really hard cuts with it or whatnot, and it feels so good in hand. Now, for the most part, you know, you're going to be back here on your knife because you may not be doing a lot of, you know, hard cuts with it. But having that option and that comfort level when you are choked up on it is just awesome. I'm super happy. The pocket clip is, I believe it is titanium. I did not check that for sure, but I believe that is titanium. And it's got kind of a stone wash to it. It's got really good tension to it, and it does have a ball in there. So let's go ahead and show you that. So if you can see, it's kind of a ball tip on there, which I do like that. Now, I carried this around, well, since we've got it. I've had it in my pocket for, you know, 2-3 days, and so far I have to tell you, I'm really loving it. In and out of the pocket, super easy. It's not too heavy to wear if I'm wearing shorts that are maybe linen or whatnot. I can actually still carry it in my shorts, and I don't find it to be a problem weight-wise. So a few specs on the knife. Your blade length is about I believe it's 3.2 inches. And 3 1/4 with about a 3.2 inch cutting edge is what it looks like to me. Your overall length is going to be just about 8 inches. So you're just a hair shy of 8 inches. Your closed length is going to be 4 3/4. Yeah, about 4 3/4 on that. Your weight is going to be 4.8 ounces, so just shy of 5 ounces. The funny thing is, to me, I don't usually care for heavy knives. So when I saw the weight, I thought, oh, that's really heavy. But, you know, there's something about the ergonomics, something about the way that he has built this one. It just, I don't know, there's something about it. Just does not feel like a heavy knife to me. So if we take a look at a couple of size comparisons, we have got the Rat 1. So you can see it's considered, you know, more of a larger size knife. We have the I have my mini RSK here, so we can show you size-wise what that is going to look like. So really, it's kind of in between a small, you know, it's a medium knife. Let's just say it's a medium knife. Again, weight-wise, 4.8 ounces, that's a really good weight. Pardon me. And yes, for those of you that have asked, my thumb is better. I am actually able to use it now. Yeah, I really haven't found much wrong with this. I love it. When you go to his website, you can see he's actually taken the knife apart. So he has shown you basically the innards of your knife, what is in there. And I love that too, because some people, you know, they want to know, they don't know how to take it apart, they don't know what to do with it, whatever. I think it's really cool that he actually showed you what the knife is about and what it's, you know, what is inside, and talked a little bit about the future and what he would like to do with it. So again, you need to check that out. Also check out Zach's stuff. He also has a video up, and Metal Complex. Metal Complex has actually done an unboxing on his already. So, but not a full review. But definitely check those out. I believe these are all Torx. They were 6s, but the pivot is I think the pivot was an 8. So Torx screws, easy enough. Most people do have the Torx drivers, the screwdrivers. I'm just loving this knife. It's so, you know, for lack of better wording, it's so simple, but yet it feels so functional, so good in hand. I like my knives to have a little bit of a fidget factor. And like I said, this, you've got 3 styles here. You got 3 ways to do it. You've got your flipper tab, as I said before. You have your button lock where, you know, you can close it. And I need to not lean on the table when I do it. But you can do it just with the button lock. You can do it with the thumb studs. Again, the ergonomics of the handle, to me, are fabulous. Now, the clip is not a deep carry clip, but you are not going to have very much out of pocket, and we'll show you. That's not much. That is not bad. So no, it is not a deep carry, but you have maybe a 1/4 inch out of pocket, and that's awesome. I love that. I'm actually excited. I would like to get a couple of these in a couple different colors. I'm all for it. I think this is going to be a great knife. The Kickstarter is going to be starting, did he say? Okay, we don't know. Soon, but I am not sure when. You guys get in on the Kickstarter on this. You are not going to want to miss out on it. It is a fabulous knife. I hope he comes out with some more of the colors on the scales too. He has mentioned some things. But again, I'll leave that to you guys. Go check out the video over on Orion Knives. Get signed up to get notified. So when that Kickstarter starts, you are ready to go. This is not one you're going to miss. No, I don't say it because I know David. I don't say it because I want to promote it or anything like that. I say it because I really do think this is a great knife. Again, the only thing I would like to see different is I would like a stone-wash blade, so I don't have to see every single, I mean, I'm touching it now, so I don't have to see every single fingerprint, and you can see that. Every fingerprint, every time I touch it, there's something on it. There's me. Hi. Can you see me? All right, you guys. This has been a review of the Orion knives. Again, I love his logo there. Orion's belt. This is the Orion knives Solaris, or Solaris, however you'd like to say it. One to watch out for. This is going to hit the scene, and this is going to be hot. I guarantee it. I'm absolutely loving it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I will leave the link to Orion Knives down below in the description. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to get a hold of me. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you here all the time. Don't forget to hit the like button. It helps out the channel. And until next time, thank you so much for joining me.